Hello everyone, I'm Jeffrey Langan. Welcome to In Depth with TommieMedia, where we explore campus issues that affect you. The University of St. Thomas is trying to improve the campus climate for people of all faiths. To that end, the university surveyed students this semester on interfaith experiences and attitudes, seeking a wide range of worldviews, religious and non-religious. Results are expected in June. I'm joined today by Father Larry Snyder to discuss the survey and related efforts to improve interfaith diversity on campus. Thank you for visiting us.
My pleasure, thanks.
So why did St. Thomas decide to give students this survey now? What do you hope to learn?
Well, we hope to have this interfaith initiative that will really help us be a campus of excellence when it comes to interfaith affairs. I think something that might surprise people is that the student body of St. Thomas at this point is 49% Catholic, which means that 51% is not Catholic. And I think we do a really good job of providing for the spiritual needs of Catholic students. I'm not so sure that we give the same attention, and actually I know we don't give the same attention to students of other and various faiths. So we're really trying to correct that so that students come here for a good education, but we also hope that they have opportunities to advance and deepen their spiritual lives as well.
The survey offers many options for spiritual and ethnic identification. What is your sense of the current campus makeup beyond the 49 and 51%?
Well, I think we're a campus in Minnesota, which is the least diverse of all states. And certainly you look at Minnesota in general, doesn't have the same levels of diversity that we see around the country, but that's changing. And I think as it changes, there are going to be pieces of our culture that have to adapt as well. For us, I think a big piece of that is the number of international students who are coming and being a part of the student body as well. And they bring different worldviews, different faiths, and this is all part of wanting to make sure every St. Thomas student feels welcomed.
And going off of that, how is St. Thomas prepared to accommodate all religions? And where do you see the need for improvement?
Well, and that's precisely why we are doing this initiative, because it starts with the survey that you talked about, and once we have the data in which people can tell us what they're looking for, what we change, what we need to change, what we need to improve, we're going to be able to map our assets, because there are a lot of good things going on already, but they're kind of not, they're happening without any kind of coordination or knowledge of each other. Once we have all that, then we can write a strategy to really improve that.
And you mentioned that we get the results back in June. How long do you think it'll take for these survey results to turn into concrete action? And what will these efforts look like?
Well, I think even before we get the survey results, we know enough of the culture that we can start making some changes. So what that might look like or will look like is the face of campus ministry will change. And right now we have 2 priests who staff campus ministry. My hope is that in the fall, when we come back together, we will also have a representative for evangelical Christians, and maybe that can be done in a partnership with Bethel University or a partnership with Luther Seminary, and so that we would do that. Also to try to have time on campus, office hours for an imam for the Muslim students, and if there are enough Jewish students that would care to have a rabbi to have office hours here, that they would have office hours as well as the evangelical Christian.
All right. And finally, what can students do to improve the religious climate on campus?
Well, I'm impressed that I think there is already a high level of tolerance and respect. What I would say is that's kind of, though, just the first threshold. What we have to do then is really try to understand each other, because with understanding comes a far greater appreciation for the person and the possibility of friendships, relationships that go beyond just the, hi, how are you, and I respect who you are.
If you have a comment or an idea for a future in-depth segment, tweet it to @TommieMedia. Thank you for joining us.
My pleasure.
With Father Larry Snyder, I'm Jeffrey Langan. We'll see you next time when we go in depth with Tommy Media.